We're 3 weeks into building this simple house and it's really starting to take shape. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jacob.
And we're building a compact house in Alaska. With just a small crew, we're going to frame this up and get it done in just one summer.
So first thing this week is we're going to get the sheathing up and get this building enclosed. During the framing process, when I had these walls in the ground, I went ahead and squared up the walls and I added this first row of sheathing on the wall before we stood it, and that way it kept the wall nice and square, and you can use less cross bracing for when you put it in here. So got it on here, stood the wall. Now that the framing's done, we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the sheathing on the whole building. So we're still working on the sheathing, but jumping projects, and I'm going to put the deck in. So I'm going to use these in my footings. These are called Bigfoots. Sonotube. The bell shape on the bottom gets filled with concrete. The ground freezes around the sonotube, and it tries to lift it. It can't because of the Bigfoot that's on the bottom. So we have to do here in Alaska. So I'm going to dig them with my excavator. Got them marked there.
So Mom's pregnant, I can tell. Mom is not pregnant. The mom just gave birth. Ah!
We knocked the sheathing out, so I'm going to hop back up there and cut the windows out. So I really wanted to get these in so I could backfill around the building. And we just hand mixed the concrete out of 50, 60 pound bags. So these are in, so now I'm going to hop back up and see if we can't get this roof on. So I'm going to go ahead and set the glue lamp beam and start getting the roof on. Well, we got half wall up, so let's see if we can get the other side. The glue lamp tie the whole ridge in. So we got the main ridge beam set today. A little bit of work, but we made it happen. So the way this roof's going to go is we're going to have that glue lamp that runs the whole ridge. Then we're going to have these rafters, which are 4x8. Then we're going to plane them up and put them on there. It's going to look really nice. Part of the problem is we're limited to just getting rough cut timbers for where we live. So the local mill cut us some rough timbers. But you can't wipe them clean, they're still rough. So they wouldn't be really suitable for inside for dusting them and wiping them clean. So we're gonna make them nice, and the tongue groove that we're putting on top is gonna be plain material, so the same type of pine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plane them down, and then we'll go ahead and cut them into rafters. This is just a rough cut 4x8. It's 4 inches wide by 8 inches long. And then this is after it's been planed. So as you can see, this turns out to be a real nice surface, easily dustable. Once we put a poly over top of this whole roof, it's going to look really nice. I got my one rafter here, which is my pattern rafter. And I use this one for every one of the rafters. You always want to do this when you're cutting rafters. I got to cut a bird's mouth in it. is where it sits on the outside wall. An angle cuts on the top, which will ride on the glue lamp. And so I use one rafter as a pattern. That is my pattern for all the rafters. I just basically trace it out, get it lined up, make what cuts I can with the circular saw, then finish my cuts with the handsaw. I have a whole bunch of rafters to do. I think we've gotten 9 so far. I think there's 23 total, so got our work, a lot of work left. So we worked really hard getting all the beams planed and cut and ready to go. The rafters are set on the zoom boom now, so we're going to go ahead and set them. So we hustled and got all the rafters up, except for the overhang rafters. There's 4 to put up, but we got to go ahead and build some knee braces to install them. Yeah, so we're gonna just cut these knee braces out of timbers. We got some 6x6s and some 4x6s, and we're gonna go ahead and build them out of that material and get them put up on the wall. They're a really nice wood accent on the outside of the building. It'll look really nice. So the knee braces took up a little bit longer than I thought, so it's going to have to wait till next week for me to put them up. But we're all prepped and ready. We're going to hit it Monday morning and get them up.
Another busy week at the house. We wish we could have got more done, but this is just reality, and we've got to take a break and spend some time with our kids and remember why we work so hard.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.